This morning, we're going to give you some exercises. We're going to go over some exercises that you have to complete. You have to do 3 of the 4, and they are starting on page 83, Robot to Lunar Lander, Freestyle Snowman, Hop, and the Very Cold Penguin. I'm going to make videos of all 4 that guide you in the process, because I know it's harder when I'm not there. I can't give you direct teaching advice, so I'm providing it through these videos. The first thing I want you to do is I want you to, on your laptop, go to Schoology, open our course, and go to Chapter 3. Open Chapter 3 folder, and you'll find our Chapter 3 exercises. Open up Chapter 3 exercises, and you will find a file called First Encounter Chapter 3 Example. This example is a complete example from Chapter 3. It has, and you'll notice, it has the collision avoidance formula, and it has all 5 legs moving. So, how to open this? Download it first. Once it's in your download folder, open Alice. Alright, so here's Alice. Open Alice, and you go File, Open World, and then you navigate to your download folder and you click on that file and it will open. Alright. With every program from now on, right here at the beginning, in my first method, I want your name. So I'm going to show you how to put your name right here. Down at the bottom, there are 2 / green lines. We're going to click on that, drag it up to where I want it, drop it. Says no comment. I'm going to change that to my name. You're going to change it to your name. Every program that you submit, I want your name right here. If your name is not there from now on, I'm going to take off a point. So put your name here. So this is Mr. Giger. Alright, so you put your name there, alright? Right there at the beginning. Okay, for those of you who have not done the Chapter 3-1 example, this line that shows the collision avoidance will help you finish that example. Alright, so in today's lesson, or in today's example, exercise, we're going to have the lunar lander. Once it gets to the rock, he's going to turn. So he heads towards the lunar lander, and he's going to go halfway. So right after the rock is right here. Right before the alien on wheels goes back down, we're going to put it right here. So we want to click on Spider Robot, and how do we make him face the lunar lander? Think about that for a second. How do we make him face it? Down here in the methods, there is a method that makes something turn, and it's Spider Robot turn to face. So we're going to drag that over and put it right under our do together. We're going to go down to the lunar lander, and we're going to choose the entire lunar lander. Anytime you want an object to go to another object, you have to first turn to face it. Like if you wanted to walk out the door and you stood up at your seat, and you got out in the little alleyway, you'd have to turn to face the door first. Otherwise, you'd run into the wall. I know that's silly. You don't think about those sort of things. But if you want to go to something, the very first thing you've got to do to that something is turn to face. In this chapter, we're going to use turn to face a lot, okay? Now alright, let's see if he turns to face it. So we play it. Silly stoves, his head goes up, turns his head, investigates, goes to the rock, turns to face. Alright, so he's now facing, he turned to face it, and then he finished the program. Now, we want the spider robot to move forward. So we're going to click spider robot, move forward. How much? Let's pick 1 meter. Alright. How far is it from the rock to the lunar lander? 1 meter? 2 meters? Is it 3 meters? No, it's 4 meters. I don't know. We don't know. We want Alice to do an auto measurement. Some of you who have parents, dads mostly, who do construction, he might have a tool in his garage that when you point at something and you push the button, a laser shoots out and it automatically measures a distance. Okay. Under the functions, we have such a tool. It's called distance to. When you apply distance to this distance, Alice will automatically measure the distance from the spider robot to the lunar lander and then apply, that's how far they go. So when you don't know the distance, use one of these functions to make Alice do the math for you. So in this 1 meter, this is, by the way, this is forward, so forward 1 meter, I'm going to put in distance to. I'm going to drop it right in the 1 meter. Notice it turned green. I'm going to let go. You're going to get a drop-down menu. What do I want to measure? I want to measure to the lunar lander the entire lunar lander. Okay, so this is the entire way. So let's see if he goes the entire way. Alright, so turns his head, turns his body, goes to the rock, turns towards the lunar lander, and goes the entire way. Alright, he is directly underneath the lunar lander. But we want him to go halfway. Alright, so how do we take half of something? Alright, so in your mind, I want you to answer this question. I want half of 40. What did you do? I want half of 80. What did you do? I want half of 100. I'm hoping that in your brain, you're thinking, I'm taking that number and I'm dividing it by 2. You're using mental math to divide 40 by 2, which gives you 20. You're taking 80, you're dividing it by 2, and you're getting 40. You're taking 100, you're dividing it by 2, and you're getting 50. Alright, here's a little guessing game. I'm thinking of a mystery number. I'm going to put it in the variable x. So now I have a mystery number in x. I'm not going to tell you what's in x, but I want you to calculate half of it. What would you do to the variable x to get half of it? I would hope that your brain is thinking, oh, all I would do is divide it by 2. And you would be right. So in this case, instead of going the entire distance, I don't want to go the entire distance, I want to go halfway. What would I do? I don't know this distance. I have no idea what the distance is, but I want to go halfway. Let's take half of it. Alright, so right here at this triangle, right there, just left of the word more, we're going to click that triangle, we're going to get a drop-down menu, we're going to go down to the word math, and we're going to get division. Now, you could multiply by 0.5. Do you want to multiply by 0.5, or do you want to divide by 2? Do you know you get the same result? When you divide by 2 or you multiply by 0.5, you get the same result. So I'm going to divide by 2 because that's, my brain likes that better. So this is divide by 2. And it's going to go halfway. It's not going to look like halfway because the lunar lander is ginormous. And because it's ginormous, it doesn't look like it's halfway. It looks like it's right at the base of the ladder, but it really isn't. And I will show you that by, what we're going to do is we're going to go up, oh, no, we don't want to do that. We're going to go up, 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 up. Okay, so now I'm up. Now I'm going to turn, 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 so I can see the whole space. All right, so maybe you need to go up a little bit more. Turn a little bit more. All right, so now we can see the lunar lander and the robot spider. So what I did is I manually moved the camera so I get a topside view. Now when I play it, it will show you that he actually goes halfway. Halfway is, I would say, right about there. Let's see. See my cursor? Bam! That was pretty close. See? He actually goes halfway, even though it was an optical illusion that it looked like he went to the base of the ladder, and that's because the lunar lander was so big, it was an optical illusion. Alright. So you should be able to complete this one without any problems. Just remember, if you want to go any particular distance that you don't know, use distance 2. And if you want to do some ratio of that, some portion, halfway, 1/3, etc., use math to make Alice calculate that distance. Okie doke? Alright.